Hello to all.
Hello.
Good morning.
Hi.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, everyone.
Hi, Jerry.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Hi, everybody.
Blessed week.
Everybody stay safe and healthy.
Thank you.
Amen.
You
You
too.
too, Jerry.
Thank you.
Same to everybody.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks for a beautiful
Dr.
service,
Snyder,
Pastor
you'll be
Randy.
happy to know.
Yes. Go ahead.
Dr. Snyder, you'll be happy to know that I've had my 2 vaccinations.
Good.
Well done.
Well done,
Well
Sergeant.
And it wasn't so bad, was it?
No, it wasn't. No, not
No,
at
it wasn't.
all.
It wasn't so bad for me either.
And Sanji, I got it
Glad to
too.
hear that.
Yep.
Good, Miss Sue.
I'm volunteering, so yes, all good.
Okay, good. Happy to know that. Good. Have a good week,
Any
everyone.
word
Thank you.
on how soon it's gonna be available to the community?
No, unfortunately, they really haven't done much work on that. The idea is there though, and I'm really hopeful that in the not too distant future, there's going to be like mass inoculation sites, like down at the convention center or at a stadium or things like that. But in Montgomery County, I know they're looking toward the Montgomery Community College site, but that's what's going to happen. I think individual places like nursing homes, skilled nursing facilities, hospitals, they can kind of handle what their staff do. But I think for the community at large, I just hope that they get their act together.
I know. The city sends an email, about its availability because of the populations we work with, but nothing in the near future. They just said they let us know.
Well, I think help is on the way, but I'd love to tell you that it's going to be soon. And I'll just say that once you get your vaccine, you still have to wear your mask and you still have to be careful, but it helps us put an end to this pandemic.
Big step in the right direction.
Yeah.
Big step. Yep, everybody should get it as soon as it's offered to them, as soon as they have an opportunity. And I hate to say, not to say you need to be pushy, but I'll just say you need to be keep your eyes and ears open and be proactive and look to see what's going to be available in your area, whether it's going to be a pharmacy or whether it's going to be a mass site or whether it's some other group that you're connected to. But unfortunately, there's no simple answer. It's very frustrating to everybody. But that's why I'm going to be volunteering, and the hospital is looking toward coordinating with community centers, not just in the hospital. I don't know what that's going to look like yet, but I think it's the right way to go.
Put you on the pitcher's mound at the stadium, Rich.
What's that?
We'll put you on the pitcher's mound at the stadium to give your shots.
Well, Sue had a better idea. She said we should get the players down there to cheer people on, to come down and get their vaccination and like stand on the sideline. Instead of us cheering for them, they should cheer for us.
They don't get paid enough.
Idea. I think I have to contact somebody about that.
They don't get paid enough.
Is it true, Rich, that they don't have enough people to give the inoculations?
That's absolutely true.
Yeah,
You may
that's
or
what
may
I
not
heard.
believe this, but yesterday I spoke to the state attorney general about allowing emeritus physicians to do that. I can't do that at this moment in time because I don't have an active medical license and I don't have malpractice insurance. It is well within my skill set, however. I can do this. I'd be happy to do this. I would love to stick a needle in every one of you.
Thank you.
It is the nastiest needle I could find, but so I've already lined up a bunch of retired doctors who feel the same way. So we want to do this. We want to help, and it just gets me very, as you can tell, a little bit worked up that we don't have our act together on this.
We're waiting. We'll wait to hear from you. Maybe you'll be the first person to let us know.
If I hear anything, I'll let folks know. I feel strongly that everybody should take the advantage when it comes to them. This is the only way we're all going to get out of this. Me getting vaccinated helps you, and you getting vaccinated helps me.
Yeah.
Well, what could be better than that?
Yep.
Yeah.
They started to give them here at PPH to the doctors and nurses and also the people who are in PC and in the other dementia, Alzheimer's groups. But the independent living, we don't know when that's going to happen.
It's going to come. It's going to come. I think there's an element of just, they don't have enough people. It's not like hospitals had extra doctors and nurses, you know, sitting around with nothing to do.
Yeah.
Plus there is, you know, a relative, you know, pace at which the companies can churn out the vaccine. So, I mean, it's going to have to roll out over months. Let's face it. But I like the idea of 100 million people in 100 days. I like that one.
Awesome.
Sounds good to me.
Sounds good to me too.
Yep.
Sign me up.
Yeah.
Yeah. And as I said, if I hear of anything reliable, I will just say, I know that Montgomery County and Philadelphia County and every county is different. It's crazy. Every state is different. Every county is different. So you got to pay attention. And if you work in one county and you live in another county, ask everybody. Ask your committee person, your congressperson, ask anybody.
And if you do hear that they're giving it out in your facility, you know, say you work in a facility, if they thaw out some and have left over, I don't want to ever see it wasted. So tell them you'll be available.
I don't know if this is true or not, but I'll tell you, here's what I know to be true. As an example, the Moderna vaccine is in a multi-patient dose vial. They draw 10 doses out of one vial. If they unfreeze one vial, they have to give it to 10 people. So we heard a story of friends of ours where at a skilled nursing facility, they were giving it out. They had some doses left. They started calling people. I know of that happening. And I think that if you hear of such a thing, I heard, this one is not a personal story, but somebody told me that somebody told them they were in a pharmacy and they made an announcement. If there's anybody here who wants the vaccine, come get it now.
Wow.
And I would simply say, if that happens to you, go get it.
And you will hope that.
I mean, it's crazy.
at
It's
least
crazy.
second dose.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear you, Dende.
I was saying, and I will hope that puts you on their list for the second dose.
Yeah.
Well, once you're in the system,
Yeah.
then yeah. But I've heard, and I don't know if this is true either, that people are flying to Florida to get vaccine because there you just, you know, it's first come, first serve, I guess. I don't know. It's crazy.
Wow.
Is the second dose the same as the first, or is it stronger or weaker?
That's a great question. It's identical, but your body is different. Your body is stronger. In other words, the analogy that I heard is, as I said, little butter balls with Post-it notes inside. And the cell eats the butter ball and then reads the Post-it note. And now it knows how to make a reaction if you ever get attacked by COVID. The second time you get it, your body is already revved up. It knows what to do. So it tends to react a little more. So if that reaction happens, and so a lot of people say, oh yeah, with the second shot, I felt it more than the first shot. That's still good news. That means your body is doing what you were hoping for. That's what vaccines are supposed to do.
Okay.
So don't worry if you hear that story, because I have heard there are people saying, oh, I'm not going to get the second shot because it's harder, tougher. No. It's the same thing. It just makes your body stronger.
You just want the whole thing.
Yeah.
Very good.
Fred, I can't hear you.
Thank you.
Unmute yourself, Fred.
Fred, you're muted.
Oh yeah,
There you
Rich,
are.
I thought I heard there was a third shot, and it's only like one shot. The third type of vaccine that's almost ready. Have
There
you
are
heard about
a
that?
couple of vaccines that are almost ready. The reason of the time delay is because it took them longer to get the production end up on those other ones. It took them longer to enroll enough people to do studies for safety purposes, okay? I think that they're going to be different, and I don't want to get too deep in the weeds. You know, I'm kind of a geeky science guy, but these are the only two that are the messenger RNA. And if you're into science, this is great stuff to read about. But I think they're all good. Everything I've read is good, but they are different.
J&J is one,
J&J might be the next one up.
and it only is one shot.
And some will be 1 shot, some will be 2 shots.
Will they tell you that you need 1 or 2?
Oh, they'll tell you, but it's going to be confusing because eventually there's going to be a half a dozen. And it's like, well, which one did I get? Do I got to get another one? You know, and don't ask me this. Well, I need another shot in a year. Don't ask me.
Let's get through this
Thomas?
first, right?
Yeah.
Like, I have leukemia and asthma. Is that going to bother me? If I
Do you mean,
get
is the
one-
vaccine going to bother you?
Well, because I have leukemia and asthma.
It
Would
won't,
have-
the vaccine won't hurt you any more or any less or any differently. No.
No.
I mean, it's safe. It's safe for the only people who have to be careful are people who have allergy problems with vaccines. Okay. And even there, it's only 1 in 100,000 as opposed to 1 in 1,000 who die from COVID. Okay. And it's nobody has died from an allergic reaction. It's not a big deal. I shouldn't say it that way. That's why they make you sit there for 15 minutes after the shot to make sure you're not going to have a reaction.
Right. Okay.
But it's a very small price to pay. So you have to take some antihistamines, okay?
Sophia, is Cookie there with you?
Yes.
Say hi. Hi. How you feeling?
Better.
Good. Good to hear
Thank
that.
you. Thank you all for all your
Prayers.
get well prayers.
You're very
Good to
welcome.
see you.
Yes, it's good to
Good
see
to
you all.
see you. Okay.
And now our dog is sleeping.
Of course.
Yeah.
So's the cat.
Some of you may have gotten to see Molly during the service. She was up bouncing
Yeah.
around here.
She's adorable.
She's
Well,
a
a
diva.
blessed week to everybody and let's stay safe.
Stay safe.
Absolutely.
Thank you,
Same
Dende.
to you.
Good
Thank
to see you.
Okay, I think it's time to sign off now, guys. Thank you,
Rhonda
Rich,
didn't
for
say
all the
hi.
extra information.
Yeah, and
Rhonda
if
didn't
people
say
have
hi.
questions, they can send them in.
Hey, Rhonda.
Hey, everybody have a great week. Stay
You
safe.
too.
You too.
You
Thank
too.
you.
Rhonda.
Bye.
Bye now.
See ya.
That's all, folks.